Hey guys, this is part 5 of Back to the Basics or Just the Basics. I've kind of lost my way in a sense of what's basics versus other stuff that's on my mind. But in this game, there's some stuff where we can see how to use stones and such. So it might not be basics, but let's have a look. This was played, me and a student. His job was to play just basic Go. Don't worry about winning, losing, just what's the next move. Here's an example. Notice this black stone is playing in a friendly area. We could say it has two stones backing it up. That's an overstatement, but still, it's on the easy side. While this move is inside white, and black will not be building anything. So both are fine, but this one is easier to be sure. And they're different. This is just easier. I come in, place here, come out. He defends, which is appropriate. Okay. Do I respond? I go over here. Okay. Let's look at the bottom of the board. Let's look at the A stone. We put it here. It's weaker. It's a knight's move. It's cuttable. But it starts the go wave. Third line, up to fourth, back down to third line. That's the go wave, how we get efficient territory. And by the way, if black got that, adding a tail tends to be a good idea. Mostly because if white gets the tail, then all of a sudden there's all these invasions and endgame, and the tail really helps you keep the whole thing intact. Okay. So where am I? Here I am. If we make the knight's move, it's a territorial situation. If we put it at A, that's not for territory, that's for strength. It's not cuttable unless we want white to cut, right? It takes two moves to cut us. So it's significantly stronger. Also, it hurts white more. We can pounce on white. We can pinch white severely. There's all these things we can do that the long knight is not so good at. So A is for fighting. A is very strong, ready to fight. B, less strong, more territory. Okay. So in this opening, having A, that means we don't want the territory on the bottom, and we certainly don't need it. Black has two stable groups on the bottom. Adding another stone to get territory, there's no need. And if white ever says, oh, I need to come in, it's a burden for white. Okay. So we are here. I play this way. This move is building a wall to grow the bottom. We don't want the bottom. We want this. We want to fight using our strength. I'm just kind of hoping you're going, oh, that could change my game, right? I'm looking for character of stones. And since you're strong, you can just play away to go wherever you want to go. You're nice and strong on the bottom right. No need to continue there unless there's, I would say, let's put it here, and white goes here. Now, when we pinch, we have a wall and we're building that right area. That's the character of those two stones. It wants to build. But at the moment, there's no reason to attack. What's biggest? Top is biggest. We know B does a good job of negating whatever white does next on top. And some of you might not be too familiar with that. Let's take a quick look at it. If white plays here, and you've heard me do this before, we cut the stone in half down the K line. The left side of the stone, perfect. The right side, perfect. We can continue doing wonderful things. Wide open area. It's a great stone. But if we look at it again, the left side of the stone, perfect. The right side, 30%, 40% tops. Yeah, it can add a stone, but really, what's it accomplishing at this point? So this move makes white's next move less of a move. Okay, so we know this one. We know the long one. If we feel a need to get as far as we can into his territory. And we have this move, totally safe and big. We also have this move, which is safe, because if we get pinched, we have room for a whole group in here. So this one puts more energy into, I don't want white to get points here. This one, I'm happy to share it and grow my own side. And this one, I like the corner. Okay. Black plays here. I get out, which gives black the opportunity to grow the bottom, and that's what I want. This move also lives, but check it out. White, black. Let's go this way. White, black, white. I'm playing heavy moves and struggling to get out. And black's getting thickness and sente. This is difficult for white. So what we do is play it lightly, and white's much faster. And if black wants to cut, then that's fine. Corner's not that big, and I have a Pinocchio in center. So this is standard. With if living the straightforward way is constrained, do it the faster way. Okay, I jump out. He plays this way. And here. Okay, well, let's figure this one out. Like, if you're playing this game, what's next? Well, how's your C stones? They weren't weak before, and now they're stronger. I mean, no problem. A group, no problem. His D group, certainly our white D, certainly has plenty of options, so many ways to get healthy. The idea of attacking, we attack this way, that's pretty easy. Second, if black plays this way, there's at least the corner. We can certainly get out first if we want. Nothing too serious. Possibly if this was already in, this is starting to make some sense. Not that it's severe against white, but looks like Sente and very nice. Okay. So black, there's nothing to attack. We could bother D a little bit, but no need. So what's big? The top. Black played here, suggesting that, oh, white's going to get so much on the right. White's not going to get anything on the right. It's a tiny little area. So this is wrong direction. Okay, so here you are playing a game of Go, and you've given yourself enough time on the clock where you can actually think about your moves. And you've been doing this for half a dozen games. Because the first time you do it, that's awkward. What I didn't know how to do that very well. But by 6 times, okay, I know what I'm doing a little bit. So a little bit of a habit is forming, and you look at the board and you go, well, I don't need to defend. Attacking doesn't look very severe. Oh, the top is so big, and you play on top. That little process, that's it. Boom, you're done. And then get used to the 1 and 2 move readouts. I'd like to play here. Oh, that means I can't go to the left. It's not safe on the left side. Okay. How about here? Well, I can take a little tiny step. No, I want more than that. Oh, this one, and you work it out. Whatever move you're looking at, do a little 1 and 2 move readouts. So, do I need to defend? Is it time to attack? What's the big area? How do I play there safely? And get in the habit of thinking. And I have such a strong memory of I couldn't figure out what these Don players were even thinking about, and no one would tell me. So I'm telling you because I wanted to know so badly. He plays here. I play this way, which is a little bit silly, but I'm trying to test him and probe him. Does he understand these things? I cut. It's a bad cut. Remember, black's strong on the bottom. He can, for instance, he can do a lot of things. What about his first move and then escape? It's not a ladder. It's not a net. Black's alive. White has 2 weak groups. Wow, my move was terrible. But he sacrifices the 2 because he's trying to build the bottom. This is actually Gote. It is a standard idea, but it allows me to just negate his whole deal. So if instead he were to grow the bottom, might look like this. That looks well balanced. But it's still not cash. So it's hard to build an area where you have a third line stone. Okay, he comes up, I come in. Turn in Sente, come out, jump, and out. And out. Okay. This is the place where when you're looking at your board, you're in the middle of a game, and you're black, and you're going, okay, how's my A group? Well, I can go into the corner, I can go to the side, I can get out. Now, I actually like his next move, but I wonder if it's necessary. Do I remember right that he plays here? Yeah. This is, it's a move that stabilizes the group, finishes your base, and gives you a next move to finish the territory. It is a standard type move, but it's usually like this where you're not entirely stable. In our position, he looks pretty stable. I really do like the move, but it might be slow. Okay, so let's look at it in 2 ways. We're black. How's my A group? If you're not comfortable, play his move. If you are comfortable, don't worry about, should I feel comfortable? I don't think there are shoulds for human play. You're limited to what do I think? What is my discernment about the situation? That's all you got. If your discernment says, I'm weak, then defend. Well, what should I do? Don't go there. That I know I have students that's just a burden. Oh, what should I do? I spent years, decades there. What am I supposed to play? It's like, well, if you think you're weak, and feel free to work on defining that. What does it mean? Look at examples. So I'm fine. House white, out and fine. What's big? Top. Or you could also say, well, my B stone is overshadowing white. I can surround white. That's exciting. It's a wonderful idea. So you start looking at the ideas. Okay, I rambled, but we'll continue. Let's hear. I play this move. Not a good move. Pure gote. He just defended with the one stone. He's completely safe. What am I doing in the corner? Well, points in life, okay. But he defends. No need. Now, there are certain pleasant things about the move. Next, when he plays at one, he's threatening some cuts. Granted. But it's not necessary. I get a whole move. I mean, check out the difference. He can play that move. Oh, you fool. Play away again. Everything's fine. Well, I get the big move here. And we'll accept this for the moment. We won't go through the pinch. I counter pinch. This can be hard to figure out. I would say the process to figure this out. Let me take that back. One thing I notice about this shape, white went too far. So let's do that. Okay, black, white, black, white goes too far, black enters. White's move. Well, this is the shape, and it should be white's move, meaning black's in no rush to play here again. Black can go do whatever he wants. Doesn't need to play here. So he comes out in a manner where white can't connect under. Okay. But is the corner his? No. Then what is this for? If it's not to take the corner, we already know the stone is fine because it should be white's turn and black would still be fine. So this is very little purpose. Okay. Come out. Black comes out. Does that take the corner? No. So if you look at these two moves for white, or all three moves, and then you look at the three black moves, the white moves are doing huge things, helping the center, growing my top. Black's three moves, they didn't even take the corner yet. Huge, huge difference. If you can start seeing stones this way, be very helpful. Comes in, I play this way, we're just looking at stuff. And we stopped here. And white's just got massive things going on, and black's just hasn't accomplished much. Okay, hope you got to see some stuff that could help your game. Okay, catch y'all later. Bye.